Welcome to Vlogmas Day 4. I am working from home today because I'm waiting on the HVAC people to come. They did not give me a time frame. They only know that I have a meeting from 1 to 2 and that I cannot see them at that time. He wasn't sure if they were going to be able to come before that meeting or after the meeting, so it is what it is. I wasn't planning on really leaving the house too much today. I think I was going to run to the library to take back the Briar Club and Crown of Midnight. I don't know, the second book in the Throne of Glass series, because I read Throne of Glass on my Kindle I think last month, 2 months ago, something like that, and I saw they had a physical copy at my library, but it was marked as like a quick pick or something like that, where basically like you just can't have it as long as you would another library book. I didn't end up picking it up, so I need to return that. It was actually due last weekend, so like I really need to go drop that off. But I know last night I was telling you guys about how dry I feel like my eyes have been, and I feel like I've started to notice now in my skin it feels extra dry today too, so I don't know. It's just so dry in the house, like I just don't even know what to do. So if you have this problem, like I would love any tips and tricks, not necessarily skincare, but just like if there's anything I can do with the air in the house to make it not so dry, like that would be amazing. But I am currently taking a quick break from work because I am going to make an iced coffee. Okay, so I'm making it in my jar this morning. Let's grab some ice. Today we're using, oh, it's cold brew. I forgot. We don't have iced coffee. We have cold brew right now. Basically, I usually end up just picking something that's on sale, and this has been on sale a few times now in the last like month or so. So this is what we're getting. It's, I don't know how to say it, La Colombe or something. I don't know, cold brew. It is really good though. I just need to make sure I don't have too much of it, at least too much at once. So this is what we've got going so far, and then I'm gonna add some cream, just some half and half. I do not like sweet coffee at all. And now we need to get a spoon to stir it up. Or a spoon, a straw, I mean. So good. I try not to get cold brew too often just because of how much more caffeine is in it, but I love the taste. Like, it tastes so much more like coffee. I don't know what the correct word is. Like, I don't know if bitter is the right word. I don't know. It just tastes like stronger, which I mean it is, but I just love that taste. I just wish it didn't actually have as much caffeine. Like, do they make decaf cold brew? If you know of any decaf cold brew brands, like please send my way. I don't even think it's something I've ever even looked into. I just assumed they didn't make it, but if they did, that would be amazing. I feel like you guys are gonna see a lot of this room in this angle during Vlogmas, just because like I was saying in yesterday's vlog, I work full-time, and so especially on days where I have to go into the office, it's a lot of driving to work, working at work, working before work, working when I come home from work. And this is where I have my home office. We're not really calling it an office. We're really hoping, as in I'm really hoping, that my Christmas present is gonna be us making kind of like built-in bookshelves. I'm just not exactly sure how we're gonna do it because there's windows behind you guys right now, and then windows on the back wall, and then over here is the door into like our living room. And so like this wall over here and then that wall over there are kind of our only like solid walls, but I'm thinking I could even do like almost like a bench shelf like under the windows. I could do a shelf above the windows, definitely shelves like over here. We'll just have to see. But yeah, I think this is gonna end up being kind of like an office. I don't know, our dining room table's in here, but I think we're gonna keep it in here to become kind of like a hobby table. Like I can do puzzles on it, I can do my crafts. But yeah, my work stuff is all right here, and I'm loving it because out this window I get to see our huge pond. It is just so much nicer. Like, I had a desk and a setup and everything in my old house, and it was rare that I ever sat at it. I feel like I was somebody who was sitting at the kitchen table, the dining room table. Honestly, in my vanity in my room I did sometimes. I just like could not find a place in my old house that I loved to work from home at. I don't know, the vibes were just so, I don't want to say off at the old house, but sometimes, like I just couldn't always get comfortable or like feel settled. And it's weird because I've only been here a few months and we're not even unpacked all the way, like not even close. I feel like we still have boxes everywhere and I'm already feeling a lot more at home here. It's a lot warmer. Like as you can see, there's a lot of wood paneling. This I don't know what we're gonna do about because I think it's like really thin wood paneling and it's like not my favorite. So I don't know if we're gonna like paint over it or rip it out and do drywall eventually. I'm not sure. In our living room, that's like real nice thick wood that's up, and so we love that. And so yeah, it's so weird to me that we have been here so much less time than I was at the old house and I already feel so much more comfortable. Let me go ahead and give you guys a bit of a reading update. So this morning before work, I got to read a couple chapters in The Secret Place by Tana French and I am loving it. I am now almost 140 pages in and we're finally getting to the point where we're starting to learn more about Holly's friend group and why they are the way they are, and maybe some stuff that they were getting into that they should have been getting into. And it's just like, it's so good. I love the boarding school setting. Like it just makes it that much more interesting and like crazy to me. I feel like teenagers kind of live by the not no moral compass, but they're still trying to figure out like what is right and what is wrong. I feel like there's a lot more curiosity in teenagers because they're still trying to like figure out their own like moral compass, you know? And I think that always just leads to a really interesting story because like I feel like anything can truly happen. Or sometimes I feel like with like murder mysteries when it comes to adults, I feel like there's a lot of like, oh, it must be the wife, must be the husband, must be the weird neighbor, like duh. And I feel like with teenagers, I'm like, honestly, it could be any of them. Like, who left the note? Who killed Chris? Like, I don't know. But it's really good. So hopefully I can get to more of this tonight. And then in the flow, I read a little bit more of. I'm now to the point where she's talking about how your diet can heavily affect your hormones, which I do believe that just because, I mean, your body can only work with what it's given, if that makes any sense. I don't know if I'll end up finishing in the flow by the end of the year. I can't lie. I'm not like dying to finish it. Then when I was working this morning, I was listening to and finishing up The Breathing Revolution. Loved it. I gave it a 4.25 star. Honestly, I think if I had the physical book in my hands at the same time that I listened to the audiobook, I think I would have liked it a lot more. I feel like listening to that book while trying to like drive and work and clean and like do all the things around the house, like I just feel like it was a little harder for me to like focus in and like do all the exercises. Like I feel like all the exercises I would like start to do, but I would notice she'd be like, well, close your eyes, and I'd be like, well, I'm driving my car, so like I can't. Or like, oh, you know, can you feel yourself sitting down and your feet planted on the floor? And I'd be like walking around work and stuff, and I'm like, well, no. So I feel like I didn't give it the full attention it probably deserved. But I'm really interested in some of the topics she's talking about, and about how your breath is related to like depression, anxiety, your diaphragm, your pelvic floor, your core, how it's all connected, and how breathing wrong can cause some of your other things going on to be worsened. I don't know if it can necessarily cause you to have like anxiety and stuff, but it can definitely worsen some things you already have going on. And like, I'm just so interested in all that. So highly recommend. The audiobook was so good. I'm not sure if I'm going to start another audiobook. I don't know. I think I probably should, because I'm now 60 books into my reading goal, so I only have 10 more to finish for the end of the year. I can do this, you know, especially because one of those books is my daily meditation book. So like I will be finishing that. Like I just read one meditation a day, so I mean, I'm definitely gonna finish that one. So I'll probably end up looking for new audiobooks this afternoon, and then I think my goal is by the end of the weekend, so by Sunday night, I would like to have finished my Tana French, because I meet for my workbook club 2 weeks, and so I want to make sure I give myself a little over a week to finish it. We're reading The Dead Romantics by Ashley Poston. I did not vote for this. I did not choose this book. I'm not the most excited to read it. It was going to be our October book, but no one could get it from their library in time, and so we pushed it back to be our last book of the year. And I am in possession of the book. I haven't started it. I'm not the most excited, but I do feel like it'll kind of fly by because it's romance. So that's kind of what I have on the agenda for reading in the next few days. But anyway, I am going to get back to work and I will chat with you all later on. So it is now like 8:30. The HVAC guy finally came today, thank goodness. And I was actually so happy to hear there's nothing wrong with our heater. It is normal, supposedly, for heat pumps to make that kind of sound. I finished up work for the day. I edited and posted the vlog from yesterday. It was super short, so it was really easy. I warmed up leftovers from yesterday, some more taco bowls, and I watched the season 3 Mormon Wives reunion. And to be quite honest, it kind of sucked. It just felt so like fake. Like I feel like they barely talked about anything in any detail. There was something so bizarre about it. Like I paused it literally 15 minutes and was like, am I watching like a trailer? Like it was that like surface level is kind of like what it felt like. Like yes, they would mention like Michaela stuff or, you know, the Dakota stuff, the Chase stuff, but like no one actually got into anything. So yeah, like 15 minutes in, I was like, what is happening? And I'm still a little confused by the whole thing. Like I would much rather a detailed reunion that's like 3 episodes, like all the Real Housewives, than whatever I got today. Like it, which is so weird because I love the Mormon Wives. I feel like a lot of people do, I mean, at this point. But coming from somebody who has basically grown up on Real Housewives, like I remember watching them literally in like middle school, like Beverly Hills and Orange County, and I think I've seen episodes from at least every city ever made. Some cities have kind of like fallen off for me just because I feel like in college I like didn't have a TV, and so I just wasn't watching as much reality TV or anything like that. But yeah, coming from somebody who grew up on Real Housewives, I'm like, you need Andy Cohen in there. Like I know he probably like can't do the reunion because like it's kind of like his competitor. That reunion was just so like, I guess, boring. Like I don't know if any of you like have also been like a Bravo person like your entire life, like please like give me your thoughts below, because I just like need to know that I'm like not insane, because I hate to like want drama, but like that's why we watch the show, you know? Like I want to know, Miranda, what you actually felt like when you saw Taylor and your like ex-husband basically go on a date when you're still friends, and it's the same guy that you guys were all swinging with. Like that's what I'm saying. Like this is so crazy for all these women to pretend like nothing is insane except for Demi. Like I don't like her either, but do you know what I'm saying? Like there's so many other storylines that I'm like, why are we not talking about this? Like I'm happy I watch it, but I'm like just very confused by the dynamic. I cannot lie, I didn't love Stassi as the host, but again, I don't know, like I almost feel like she probably did a better job than they were showing. Like I just feel like whoever edited it or was like in charge of producing it, I don't know, there was just something missing there. And I feel like I want to blame Stassi because she's the host, but I also don't think it's really her fault at all. Like she's got cards that she's, you know, reading off of and stuff. So like, I don't know. But yeah, I need to know how you guys felt about it if you watched it. I am gonna go take a shower and then read more of Miss Tana French. I did not end up starting a new audiobook today because I ended up doing a lot of like reading protocols and things like that at work, and when I do stuff like that, like I simply can't also be listening to an audiobook. I feel like audiobooks are good for like data entry and like short little like email-y type back and forth conversation types of like work, but like getting in-depth like details of certain things, I'm like, I can't be listening to anything at all. So I didn't end up doing that today. So tomorrow I'll probably start an audiobook. I'm gonna go and take a shower and, like I said, get some more reading in. But I do think this is me closing out the vlog for today. So yeah, I am so sorry that the last couple days vlogs, not much has happened. Hopefully this weekend though we get more into the Christmas spirit. I do have faith because we are getting our tree on Sunday. We're going to the Christmas tree farm, and all of our Christmas lights are being delivered tomorrow, and so we plan to get those up either Saturday or Sunday. Ethan works Saturday, so it all depends, because like I say, we're getting them up, he's putting them up for us. I feel like once my decorations are out, it'll feel a lot more like Christmas time. I feel like it's hard for me to get into like the Vlogmas Christmas spirit when I literally put away my turkey and my pumpkins today, which is my own like doing. I just feel like I have had just such a time with work the last couple weeks that I don't know, I'm just trying to like have fun and not put too much stress on stupid things like decorations or anything. I think I'm gonna go now, and I'll talk to you guys all tomorrow.